little bit with this before, and what Calvin and I have talked about is that it would be super cool if I actually understood more about how to program games for when we're like in design phases and or like trying to problem solve, and I'm just kind of like, I don't know what you're talking about. How about this magical thing that's probably really hard to actually implement? So I also want to learn because that way I can make my own games whenever I want, right? Um, but I think it's really useful for anybody, and so I figured if I try to learn this and let other people watch and maybe learn along with me, just how cool would that be? And then, all of you people who already know how to code can watch and feel superior, and it's good for everybody. So, if somebody was going to learn along with me, basically what I'm doing is I'm going to the codecademy.com site, pulling up the JavaScript tutorials, and I'm actually going to be inputting the JavaScript as if it is C# into Unity, which I have right here. Oh, Unity! Unity is free, and so is Codecademy. So there should be no monetary reason why you can't learn. And I'm going to just be doing this in like short 1-hour bursts, and I think I'll try to we'll put up like a YouTube video as well so everybody can keep track if they're starting in the middle of everything or whatever. And for this first one, since I really don't know anything, Calvin is probably going to be helping me pretty much constantly because I don't know what I'm doing. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to just start and hope that Unity doesn't explode. Hey, Bob Jones and Kepa. Learning the programs. Yeah, Kepa can help. All right. So 4 o'clock, so we're gonna actually get started. Well, we're just about an hour. This first one is probably going to be more of a how do I do the things, and then
how to make Alex do the learning.
Yeah, how do I learn the stuff? Because I don't want to learn just Java. I want to learn C# because that's what you're using generally for everything that you do. And yeah, there you are. Hi. So that's what I'm going to do. Hello, eat magnetic.
But you got to focus on what you're doing. You can't talk to people constantly. You guys leave her alone. You let her learn.
No, you're going to be a harsh teacher. Okay, Calvin, come here and explain a little bit to everybody as well, because I'm trying to do this thing.
What?
Okay, I know how this works basically. We put the codes in here in this box.
Yeah.
Save and submit for those things. This is really simple.
Yes.
Write your name in quotes.
That's cake. I don't even know. Oh my god.
Oh, what did I just do? I'm a bad learner. Calvin, don't give up on me. No.
I don't know if you need me to say anything yet. Once you start talking over, I think you're far away from doing anything. Yeah. Go ahead. Keep going. You feel like you have something to put in Unity.
How do I know when it's something to put into Unity?
All right, I'm watching the stream.
That's right, Eat Magnetic. I'm going to be coding Legend of Dungeon 2 right now as we speak. That is what's happening. All right. So it's this whole Codecademy thing is really simple. They put it in really digestible blocks that are in the beginning way too small, but it's okay. To discover the length of your name, write your name within quotes, then write a period, which is full stop, and the word length, like this. So I go, oh my god, my name is long. Just, there we go. Quotation marks, then dot, length. Now, at this point, I said save and submit code, and it'll be like, these are my things. Oh my gosh, max string count of 1. Everybody is doing this along with me. We just got a badge.
Okay. So,
So do I put
You're
this into
like
Unity?
way too entertaining. That's the problem.
Oh my
it takes
God.
too much time. It's not very efficient.
I'm so sorry.
I know. It like really bothers me. So sorry. So let's.
Oh my God, there's 24 people.
Yes.
Thanks for coming, guys.
Ignore them.
I'm
though.
ignoring you.
Okay. So here's the thing. You're gonna pop back into Unity. I want you to do the thing that I was showing you earlier.
All right, so everybody, this is Unity. Um, if this is your first time using Unity, it's gonna ask you if you want to like import a whole bunch of crazy stuff, and you don't. You just want to create a new scene, and that new scene will look exactly like this, except there won't be the word game object here. And so to add, it'll be like on main camera here. To add a game object, you literally go up to the tab here, click game object, and create empty. Like that. They're basically like little storage bins. That's how Calvin explained it to me. Right, Calvin?
Yeah.
um, so what we're going to do is we're going to create a game object, something that has already happened. And Calvin taught me how to do this, so it's already in here. But you hit add component, new script, bloop, and then you can create anything you want. You can name it however you want. This is going to be called name testing. Fun. C# is the language we're going to edit everything in. Edit, enter. Blah, blah.
So yeah, like Alex is going to be using Code Academy to do JavaScript stuff, but she's actually going to be writing code in C#. And this is actually, I think, going to be a helpful thing. It's going to be a more difficult thing, but I think in the long run it's going to be more helpful because it's more about learning what code is and having a better understanding of how it works in general than a specific language, which I think is a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
Okay. Thank you, Calvin.
Yep. No, just keep going.
Create and
I'm going to
add.
talk. You do things.
So that actually puts it directly into this particular game object. Special thing. And you can add these pieces of code to any object you have in the game. So like if I wanted to see, here's the main camera default in the thing. I could take this name testing thing and literally drag and drop it, bam, right into there. So you can make a piece of code and actually attach it to a bunch of different. Yeah, I'm going to remove it. Remove it on the side. There's a remove component spot.
Right, so game objects are containers, and they contain components. And all of these things are components. Transform is a component that automatically adds to everything.
All right, so I now have this name testing program. If I click on this, it should open it in MonoDevelop, which is how you actually look at the program. That's what I should do next. And then, now, the way that Calvin explained this to me is that there's a few extra steps when you're doing things with C# as opposed to Java. So what is the step that I need to do? So far, I understand that there's this void start.
That's a function.
It's a function.
That Unity calls.
So Unity uses this in order to start doing stuff, basically.
See, use this for initialization.
Oh, you smacking things, okay?
That's one you want to use because that's going to happen every time that game object is initialized, started, and thus start. So, yeah.
All right.
So, you want to stay away from update for now. That's called once per frame, like it says there.
Yeah, this part. Yeah, this is high tech stuff. We're going to leave that alone for the moment.
So yeah, inside of start, what you're going to want to use, you're going to be able to get the same kind of output from Unity as you're getting inside of Code Academy. So
right.
The trick that you're going to use is something called print.
Do I want to copy this?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Sure. Copy that out.
You wanted to copy it yourself.
So controlling. I know. Let's go back.
All right, so here I am. Oh wait, no. Oh my God, that's not MonoDevelop. Here we go.
There we go. Okay.
I got this, guys. I'm going to teach you so good.
You're going to call a function called print.
All right, so to do that, is that where I put it in the parentheses, or
nope.
what are these brackets for?
The
Can
brackets,
you explain the function of those two for me?
Okay, so C#,
Sorry.
create it. Okay, so there's functions. Okay, these are stuff that programs call. Okay, everything you're writing is a function. So let's talk about it this way. You could, inside of another function, call start, and it will run what is inside of start.
Oh, okay. So it's kind of like it's like a phone number. You can call it whenever you want. It'll do the thing.
Right, and you can send certain stuff. Start doesn't have anything to send. It would be inside of those parentheses. So there's nothing to send to start.
So wait, well, so
So if you're going to
if there
call
was
start,
something it was
you're gonna-
going to send, it would be inside the parentheses?
yeah, you would be.
So-
Don't worry about that now.
okay.
Don't want to get too deep. But what you're going to do is you're going to call a function called print. So hit tab and line it up nice and start type print.
Wait, why did
No, just trust me.
no capitalization?
No capitalization,
right?
print. See now, if you start to type print, you're going to get this little pop-up and you see print down there. Now this is cool because this is like an autocomplete thing. But print is takes a message, which is an object.
Okay.
Now you know that. So like if you saw the actual function for print, you'd see that there's an object that you'd send to it. So
this kind of actually gives you a little bit of information about each
function.
So
now you're going to put the start of the parentheses. Don't look at the chat. Look over here.
Oh, sorry. Hi, chat.
Start of the parentheses.
Do I need to click this to make it go away?
You don't have to.
It didn't go away when I clicked it.
Just put a parenthesis.
Parentheses. Oh, no space. Just parentheses
space
right after.
Space is fine. C# doesn't care about spaces.
Okay, so if I space like that, it'd be okay?
It would be a mess.
It'd be a mess!
So go ahead and go back to, stop looking at the chat, look over here, right? Now you're inside of this, you're going to send it that object, the message that it wants. So you're going to print a thing. So paste in your code that you did in the other thing.
Right, because for those of you just joining us, I typed this into Code Academy. So I'm going to then pop it in here with the print command, because in JavaScript you don't need to put in the word print, basically.
It's complicated.
It's complicated.
Let's just say that the JavaScript is just about output, like especially that kind of JavaScript.
Okay.
So now, other thing, it was C# is, and in most code, actually, once you get going, you're going to need a line terminator because it doesn't care about spaces and it doesn't care about line ends.
So you need to kind of give it a signifier that, hey, I'm done talking now.
I'm done talking, and that is the semicolon.
Semicolon. Whoops.
Bam.
Bam.
Now see how like auto adjusted that and everything?
Oh, yeah.
You're all set. Now, that's it. Save this.
Save. So I go up to File, Save, just like that.
I'm going to go back to Unity.
Go back to Unity. You guys following along well so far? We're taking a Java tutorial and squishing it into C#.
I'm going to do something to make your stuff easier here because so you can see both the console and at the same time. So we did stuff.
Okay. All right. So you just dragged that down below so that we can see the console, which is the error log, etc.
Yeah, and you've already got an error.
Everything inside the.
All right. So you've got an error. It says that string.length is inaccessible due to its protection level.
What does that mean? Why is it protection level?
Yeah. I don't have any
what
idea.
does length command do? This is why Calvin is here. He knows the program.
So the other thing is that Python doesn't care about a lot of stuff. Or not Python, sorry. JavaScript doesn't care about a lot of stuff. So you're going to have to like do correct capitalization and stuff like that in C#.
Oh, okay. It wants length to be capitalized, but
Okay.
print doesn't need to be capitalized.
Print can't be no. It's not that it doesn't need to be. It's that it needs to not be.
If it is capitalized,
It wouldn't
it's
work.
something else.
Capitalization matters. Capitalization matters in C#.
It's inconsistent. Okay, we got this.
Oh wait, we gotta save it first. I know I took over, but I needed to help. So that's something you might run into. So that's what you're gonna look for is when you go back, when you save it and you go back to Unity, you gotta check here and see now it cleared out. So now you're good to press play.
Press play. Okay. I press play. I see a blue screen.
But look at your console.
Oh, 18.
Same number.
Okay, so here it says 18, and then here in the getting started, it also says 18. So it's the same sort of function.
So go back to Unity and tell it to stop.
Unity stop playing. Is it just the pause button? I just hit play again.
Yeah,
okay.
Play again. There you go. Now Unity's back stopped, and go to the next lesson.
Awesome. See, guys, we're learning, right? Is everybody following along okay so far? Are we doing okay? Obviously, this is fairly confusing. Thanks, Neborlu. I just totally made a game. Totally. All right. Back to this. We go to the next lesson. So we're going to, that's kind of the format that this is going to have, is we're going to go from Code Academy to Unity, doing all the weird mono-developy things.
So you don't need to do that with everything.
And then
like
back to here.
Here you're just going to be doing some more string stuff. You've already seen how to put something as a string, like text output into Unity.
Right.
So you don't need to do that for this one.
Well,
it's going to do the same thing.
So here's the question. If
Yeah.
I add any two numbers, so let's see, it says like 3 plus 4, so I'm going to do like 6 plus 82, or 80 there. I don't know why I said 82.
Save and submit.
Hit save and submit, and it adds it. Would I need to have anything else in C# in order to make it do the adding?
No, it should come right out.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay. That's why I need you here, though, so I don't waste my time doing the things. So that function will work the same in Java as it would in
C#. Yep.
Yeah. Okay. So that's cool. We can start our next lesson. We're doing good, guys. We got this. Numbers and more. What happened? You can use the command line to do basic math operations. Try playing around some more. All right, so they're using asterisk for multiplication and the dash for division if you want. Enter another valid expression to pass this lesson. So 42 times 100 minus 18 plus 6. Then I hit save and submit code. Boop. Wow, look at that. I have a number. And it's probably right, so I didn't even need to think about that. I'm not going to do the math to test it because it's a computer. I got this stuff. Awesome. Wow, there's 30 people here. You guys are going to learn some crazy hardcore right now. Got this. The more people who come in, the more everybody's going to learn all at once. It's amazing. Thank you guys for coming. Error does not compute. There's some things you can't do. Computers only speak certain languages. Like the one we'll be using today, JavaScript/C#. If you use words that aren't in the language, it will get confused and give you an error. So to confuse it, use a word that it doesn't know, like eggplant. Ha! It doesn't know eggplant. Do you think it knows, what word should I use? Do a reference error. So potato, because potato. Potato butt. Potato butt. No space. Well done. You have confused the computer. Potato butt is not defined. I have a very defined potato butt. Thank you very much. All right. So we have finished this section. See, we totally got this. That only took 15 minutes. See, we're learning everything. So far, we know that you can't use potato butt, Bulbasaur. Thanks, Bob Jones. I think I have a lovely dramatic reading voice for lessons. Perfect. All right. I do know that the double slash thing here is pretty much universally tells the computer to just ignore whatever it is that you're writing. All right. So far, we've been writing lines of code in the editor. So set 2 lines to start with. These are for comments. So comment computer will ignore. So basically you can say from here, you can be like // don't tell the computer this, but I totally have a crush, caps lock, on it. OMG. Oh, the drama. Keep it secret. All right. So now save and submit. Oh, wait, on line 3. I'm not even. I'm not following the lesson. I got excited. No, I don't want to find the length of cake. I want to. Fine. On line 3, find the length of the word cake. You guys remember how to do this? They didn't want me to comment things out. I wanted to comment things out. It wouldn't even let me. Technically, I'm supposed to be staying on track, so it's good. Okay, so I'm going to find the length of the word cake. In order to do so, I've put in parentheses, or, sorry, not parentheses, quotation marks, weird, cake, and then got capital L, which we learned is the way that you do it for C#. C# needs a capital L. Got length. Let's see if I did that right. What? What did I do wrong? Does it not want a capital L? Yeah! Okay, so in Java it has to be lowercase.
Yep.
And in C Sharp it has to be uppercase. So there's the first difference. Length is a capital L, like that, is C Sharp, lowercase Java. All right, we got that. We're learning. I'm probably gonna get annoyed a whole bunch of times. Thanks, Muffin Hat. But this will be good. The idea is that a lot of people start like want to learn how to program or something like that, but it's hard. It's freaking hard. You're learning a new language and it's not like human language, it's computer language. And so this is partially for me so that I feel like there's a greater purpose behind me learning to code than just me learning to code. I'm also potentially educating and informing people. And I'm also, I'm like, I'm starting from scratch. So people will also see and understand that this is, I'm not like some whiz telling you how to do it because I know everything. It's me literally learning from scratch alongside everybody else who wants to learn. All right. What am I learning? This is JavaScript. Can you use JavaScript for stuff? All right. Confirm. What is this here? Press save and submit code to see an example of how JavaScript can be interactive. So you do confirm and then parenthesis, and then do the little half quotation marky thing, whatever that's called. and then it writes a bunch of things. Click OK to continue. So he's pre-written the code for me. I hit save and submit code. Oh, and it pops up a little pop-up. This is an example of using JavaScript to create some interactive. Exactly what it says in that text. Click OK to continue. And it automatically knows that OK works. All right, so is this how this would function in Unity? Like, not at all,
not
right?
at all.
So C Sharp, how would I do something like this in C Sharp? Is
Well,
that far more complicated?
It would be, well, so the Unity doesn't have anything. So what you're doing here is you're getting,
Like website stuff.
yeah, you're getting like feedback, press a button kind of things. And we'll do stuff like that in Unity, but I think not yet. I think we're ready to. I think you should just move on.
Move on for the moment.
Yeah.
Basically, though, if you're just looking to learn JavaScript, you can actually pay attention to this lesson. But the one other thing that this does show you is that they're also using semicolons.
Yeah.
So that's good to know. So semicolons are for both JavaScript and C Sharp.
Yep.
And is this confirm function something that even exists?
So it's not in Unity. You don't use it in Unity. I mean, there may be other stuff like you could write a confirm function and then have it do particular things inside of Unity, but you have to set up a GUI and things like that for it.
Okay.
So this is using the web JavaScript stuff to do that.
All right, so JavaScript is kind of definitely always been more geared towards.
It is, but that's not even what it is here. It's like it just means that like the the setting that you're using JavaScript in here is allowing you to do that, to call that.
So
function.
if I wasn't using it on a website like this and I was actually coding in a program using JavaScript, I wouldn't necessarily be able to do that.
It might or it might not. Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. Cool. We're learning, people. Woo!
What's the next lesson?
Next lesson. All right. So just saw fun examples of how JavaScript can be interactive. Try it yourself. Boxes can be used on websites to confirm things with users. Probably seen them pop up, etc. So try to QA, blah blah bloop, blah blah bloop. So let's just type one to appease the dude that is behind this. So confirm parentheses. This isn't C Sharp. Oops, not actually quotation, the half quotation. You believe this is what I said, and then semicolon. Not actual. Okay, there we go. I can't type. This is gonna be fun. All right. Let's see if I did that correctly. Yeah, this isn't C sharp. Okay, got it. Next lesson. Programming is like writing a list of instructions so the computer can do cool stuff with your information. There's also asking for input, the prompt. Use the prompt command to ask the user where they're from. So if I type prompt, this sounds like, Calvin, this sounds like another thing that's just JavaScript.
Uh-huh. It's,
So basically this kind of interaction between,
you're learning things here that are going to be useful. Going to be
it is the usefulnesses.
right. This is going to be useful later. But
Right.
right now, you're just getting some.
All of these pieces, even if they're not used in C sharp, there's something that will help me understand the programming as a language. Right? Yeah.
Not as a language.
Need more loot. Calvin's Twitter is at Captain Robot. Captain Robot. I'll type it in too. Oh, Calvin, you program. I'll program. You do the interactive stuff. Wow, this is a.
I wish my name was Kevin.
Oh, yeah. It's Calvin, like Calvin and Hobbes. You even have a cat named Hobbes because we're so creative. All right, so I'm going to do this and say prompt. You have to be selected on the page in order to do it. That's always good. Bloop. Yo, dog. Where yo name at? Exclamation mark. Let's see if that works. Yo, dog, where your name at? And you can put your name in. Sup, dudes? Dudes. Oopsie, can't type. Okay, sweet, that worked. And there, it's returning the name. Yeah, okay, so there's definitely, like, just looking at that, I can actually, I understand that JavaScript is actually doing a whole bunch of shit in the background. Oh, I said bad words. A poopy. And it's doing a whole bunch of processes in the background. Like, I didn't say anything about create any kind of text input or anything like that. It just automatically put that in. And that's not something that would happen with C sharp, right? Does C sharp have functions like that ever? Things where it automatically does an extra thing for you? Or is it more a very basic,
You'll
build
see.
it from the ground up?
You'll see.
Okay.
I'll show you something. So, one step at a time. Unity doesn't have pop-ups. You'd have to make a pop-up.
Okay.
You could make a function like prompt. You could write one yourself.
And the other thing is, the other neat thing is that Unity, like all of that stuff, there's probably somebody else on the internet who's done that, and you can grab their code.
You probably could. So
you can actually like cut and paste pre-made scripts from other Unity users to do certain things like that. But I would probably just like based off of how I learn best, I would probably grab someone else's code, look at it, and then write it myself too. Just so that I really understand what's going on, because that's basically what I'm trying to do, is I'm trying to understand what's going on when you're writing code. All right, it looks like we're putting together a few different things now. Data comes in various types. You have used two already. You've used numbers and strings. Strings are sequences of characters, like the letters A through D, spaces, and numbers. Strings are extremely useful as labels, names, and content for your programs. They all seem to also be surrounded by quotation marks. Make a number in your code, just write a number as numerals without quotes. To write a string, surround it with quotes. All right, so write a string with at least 3 words. Check out the example of strings above. All right, so first, string, quotation marks, bloop. This is a string for the number 42, and quotation marks. Find the length of the string by writing a period, full stop, and the word length. Oh, we did that already. We know that lowercase is Java, like this, and if we wanted to do this in C sharp, we'd actually want an uppercase L, because case is important, and apparently it shifts from language to language. And actually, interestingly enough, the fact that it's different between JavaScript and C# has made me remember that that capitalization is important way more than it would have otherwise. So I'm kind of actually really digging this, learning the JavaScript Code Academy and then converting it over to C# inside of Unity.
It's actually useful also to know that like you're not getting autocomplete kind of stuff inside of this Code Academy stuff. But if you open up
Oh yeah, MonoDevelop was doing that
right,
actually.
you just start if you have a string.
What do you want me to do? You're like looking at me.
Go right here and you hit dot. It starts pulling up. There's actually tons of stuff that you can do across that. Equals, ends with,
copy to, contains, get type, get hash code.
All kinds of things. And length is one of these things.
Length, right there.
Yeah. You can just double click on that. Bam.
Bam.
Right. So or you could start typing L in lowercase and it'll pull up this list as well. It'll go right to length. And then you press like enter and it'll pop it in.
Okay. Hey, these people are giving me good advice on things too.
Don't listen to them.
Hey. All right. Everybody behaving in the chat?
I'm just kidding. But like, don't at the same time. Just
what's
keep
up?
Going. You gotta keep.
Yeah, I'm working on it. I'm working on it. Here we go. Stop! You push me. Don't push me. I need a sip of coffee now. Oh, I'm so stressed out. All right. Let's see if it got it. 34. Oh, man. Okay, close. Hold on. I wanted there to be actually 42 numbers, now that I think about it. This is a string for number 42. So I need how many more letters? I will need 8. Because that should be, wait, no, I wanna run it again. Let me do it again. I wanna do it again. It won't let me play. I wanna play. No, it won't let me do another. It makes me start the next lesson. I can't.
I'll just go.
It's okay. I wanted there to be 42 letters in the 42. I wasn't thinking about it. I thought I could do it over again if I wanted to. Oh well. All right. Oh, booleans. That's how it's spelled. Booleans.
That's how we like.
Calvin, thank you for fixing the person that is broken. I don't know what that was. So much buffer for me? Are people having trouble seeing? Like, is our stream juddery? I'm just asking. I'm just asking in general. Like, if it's juddery for everybody, I can check what's up with that. It says 0 drop frames on here, so yeah. Magic. All right. Now for booleans. Is it booleans? L-E-A-N, boolean. Boolean.
All that matters is what you do.
I'm gonna call it a boo. That's stupid. No, I'm not. I'm not gonna do that. I hate myself even for just thinking that. All right. Okay. A boolean is either true or false. For example, comparing two numbers returns a true or false result. 23 is greater than 10 is true, but 5 being less than 4 is false. So compare two numbers to return a true result. First, write the string, I'm coding like a champ. Oh my God, do I actually have to type that? I probably do. It's noticed when I didn't ask for the number of cakes, so. Booleans, yeah. Named after the guy who invented it. I'm gonna mispronounce it. Booleans. That's what it's called now. Booleans. Okay, I'm coding like a champ. Oops. Hi, Star. You gonna code with me? Come here. Guest appearance of Star. All right, I'm coding like a champ. Cat channel. Yep, immediately. As soon as you leave, Calvin, all we're talking about is cats. All right, so then next, find the length of the string. Dot length. Oh, not a dash. Where did that come from? Dot. There we go. Dot length, which would be capitalized again in C sharp. Then compare the length to see if it is greater than 10. So, false. So how do I compare it? It doesn't tell me how to compare. It's really frustrating.
So,
What is it doing?
all right. So let's compare two numbers to see if it's true. Write the string. Da, 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 da. Next, find the length of the string. You got that.
Yeah.
Then compare the string's length. Did you remember? Did it show you
Oh, it wants me to do a compare?
these things right here? You see these?
Yeah, it just
So-
showed me those here. This is the first time I'm seeing
So you
them.
want to do, what do you want to see? If it's find the length of the string. They compare the length string to see if it's greater than, and then 10.
10. Okay.
Go for it.
True. Knows all the answers. First thing we're gonna make is a magic 8-ball. I can feel it. I'm making a magic cat ball.
So,
Right, Star? For you. All right, sweet. That works. Now, if I were to put this into the C sharp thing, how would that work? Can I do that?
you
Should I
can do
test
that,
it?
but you don't need to. We're going to do
Okay.
something even cooler. Yeah.
What are we
We're
gonna
going to
do?
do something pretty awesome here.
All right.
We're gonna do a thing. Go back to Unity.
Okie dokie. We are going back to Unity, folks. Here it is. What are we doing now?
I'm gonna have you in the scene make a sphere. So go to Game Object.
The same game object that I've been adding the things to, or a new game object?
New Game Object. Game Object.
Create
Nope.
empty.
No. Delete that. Oh, over here. Right click on it and delete.
Okay.
Game Object. Stop.
Okay.
Create Other.
Create other.
And then go down to Sphere.
Oh, here.
Yeah,
Okay. So when you say create other, you can actually automatically, it has like presets
right.
for
various types of game objects.
So now I have a sphere and it has, what does it have over here? Transform, which everything that goes into this is going to have a transform.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm pointing at the actual 3D grid, by the way.
You got to use your mouse to point at things.
In here. Sphere is the mesh filter.
Mm-hmm.
And then a sphere collider.
Mm-hmm.
And a mesh renderer.
Yes.
So the collider means like other things in the world will know that it
has a bunch of functions for colliders, so that it can do all kinds of physics and things like that if you activate those things.
But we're not even looking at any of this fancy stuff over here.
We're not. What
are we gonna do?
You're gonna add another component to this.
All right. So click Add Component.
And you're gonna make a new script.
New script.
Called whatever you want.
Whatever you want. C sharp.
C sharp.
Create and add. Been added. I now have it right here.
All right. Open it up.
Okay. Oh.
Close without saving.
Yeah, it's not super important.
Okay.
It says close, but here it is right here.
That's fine. Don't worry about that.
Okay. My develop's weird.
So, pay attention to me. Don't look at the chat.
Yes,
Here's
sir.
the thing we're going to do. We are going to, just like in that thing, we check to see if something is true or false by checking to see if a value of the sentence is greater than. We're going to do that for this particular sphere.
Okay.
We're going to do a bunch of different things. We're going to use the transform component that's attached to it to do.
Okay.
All right. So now to get at the game object from inside of Unity, so click inside of the start spot.
Inside the parentheses,
Nope.
right?
Nope, that's not where you want
Right
it.
here?
Yeah, inside the inside of the
inside the brackets.
brackets. So
Cat hair. Oh, my nose.
start typing in game object. Okay, whoop, see now it's already found it for
there's
you.
two of them.
Yep,
What's the difference?
So one, yeah, you gotta get rid of the cat, I think. Put the kitty down.
Can't breathe. The kitty. We're visiting.
All right, so there's two things here. Don't look at the chat, look at this.
Mm-hmm.
There's the lowercase one. That is you accessing the game object that you're inside of. So this component is inside of a game object, and you're going to be accessing that. This is the game object class. You don't want to get that. That is it. See how
Public
sealed?
sealed class.
Right.
Game object.
Click on the other one. Public game object.
Game object. Get.
Right. So that you're getting the game object that you're inside. That's what one you want to use. Game object class has a bunch of other things in it that you'll use for something else. So I'm doing it. This is a little bit wrong, but that's okay. We're learning. This is about.
Oh, so we're gonna learn wrong.
I just wanted to show you that you can get at the game object.
Okay.
So now you're at the game object. You want to get something out of the game object specifically. Put a dot. This is all the things inside this game object potentially. Some of these things aren't there. Like there's no audio component. You could get at it. No animation component, but you could get at it.
Okay.
So that's cool. What you want to get at is the transform. So start typing in transform. There it is. Now hit dot again.
Don't I want to complete this first?
Hit period. It will auto-complete it for you.
Oh.
Now, out of this, you're going to get the position.
So I want to write position?
Start typing position. There it is.
There's a few different ones. There's local position and position.
We're just going to use the actual. So there's parent game objects can be parented to other game objects, and they can have a local position according to where that parent is.
So like when you move one object, it moves along with that object.
Yeah, exactly.
But in the world, it's all okay.
Right. So, but we're going to be using the normal position, so just the global position.
So that's just wherever it is in the world.
And then get another dot. And now this inside of it has a bunch of different functions, but it also has X, Y, and Z. And I want you to get the Y. That's up and down. So type in, nope, just Y.
Oh, Y. Public float Y.
All right. So that is that actual thing. And what you can do is you could print that, and it would tell you the Y position.
Do I want to save this and print it?
What am I doing? I think that would be kind of cool. But what we're going to do is I'm going to start off. I'm going to hop in here. So we're going to do print, just like we did before. And now what you're going to do is put that greater than 10. 10.
Ooh, 21. Not 21.
You could do 21.
I'm just typoing like a crazy person.
Put the closing thing to close off the function. You're going to send it that. Yep. Go.
I did it.
So now, I want you to save this.
And then it automatically updates in Unity. So it's saved. And then
check. It says everything's fine.
Okay.
So now, let's click on that sphere. You can see that Y is at 0. So what should happen when you run it?
It should print. Wait. Okay.
Go back to it.
Hold on. All right. Right now, what we're doing is game object transform precision. It'll only print. But what will it print?
Right.
What will it print if it's not greater than 10? Will it not print anything if it's not greater than 10?
That's not true.
But I don't understand what you're actually telling it to do.
So inside of JavaScript, what happened?
Inside of JavaScript, when I put the thing in, it said true.
Right. Because that was true.
It is greater than 10.
Right.
So is that what's also going to happen in Unity?
So is this true?
So am I writing a Boolean right now?
Yeah.
Okay. See, I don't know what's going on.
So is that true?
No, it's not greater than 10. So it should say false.
Correct.
So I should run it and test this theory. Bam. False.
Good. So now,
now
stop it.
I stop if I move this.
Yep.
And I go, oh look.
Well, okay, so here's something neat about Unity.
Weird.
So,
I don't know what's going on.
Control Z. What you just did is you just grabbed the center of that object. You want to grab the top arrow.
Is this the Y? Yeah. Oh, there we go.
And pop it up until it's over 10. Just keep going. Keep going.
Wow, it just
keep going.
Oh wow, loop! It wrapped right around the thing.
Yeah.
Okay, now it's greater than 10.
Right. Now press play.
True. Okay, that's interesting. So it reacts to the three-dimensional space and to this inside of. Okay,
right,
but
so
now
I zoom out.
And now since I lost it, but I can also just go like this and type in 0, and bam, it's right back where it was.
Yep.
I know how to Unity. Look at me go.
Awesome.
Awesome.
Back to JavaScript. You are making progress, and now you got an idea about why this is going to be useful. Later on, you're going to be able to get that true and false.
And like if I'm making a game. Right, and there's this spot where it's like, all right, this character seems to keep bouncing off of the everythingness and he throws himself into nowhere. I could have a thing where it says, hey, if his Y is less than or greater than X amount, just throw him back in the thing, or
yeah,
delete
something
him, or
yeah,
like, so I can do commands based on their actual position.
It should start teaching you about if statements pretty soon.
Learning all kinds of stuff. Yeah, this is just super basic stuff. Who knows what's actually going to happen?
Back to
So let's continue on with our lesson. Next. All right, we finished this section. Make the computer think. Oh, guys, I don't know. Can we do this? You may have noticed that the interpreter doesn't print out every single thing it does. So if we want to know what it's thinking, we sometimes have to ask it to speak to us. Console.log parentheses will take whatever is inside the parentheses and log it to the console below your code.
So that's kind of what you're doing in Unity with that print, using it as a console. So it's telling you how to do the things that you're actually doing. You actually can do debug.log in Unity. It does the same.
So debug.log is just a log for the debug line, because that's basically what it's showing. Actually, in Unity, it says console, but if there was an error here, it would actually pop up and let you know, instead of that little
You can
thing,
actually,
have a different
through
icon.
debug, you can tell it to push errors out,
Oh,
like to your debug log and stuff like that. So debug log, debug warning, debug error.
console.log is the equivalent of C# print.
Mhm.
See? Thank you, DropWeb. Yes, we're learning all the things. And Sharp Chris, I am not making stuff for Legend of Dungeon right now. I'm actually learning how to program. The first episode of Alex Learns How to Do the Programmings. Because everybody involved in making video games should know at least a little bit. And it's been driving me nuts for a long time. And I tried to learn on my own a while ago, and I wasn't motivated enough. I don't even know what happened. Life happened, things got busy. I didn't have any serious commitment to doing it, so I stopped. And now I'm making it a serious commitment. I'm going to learn how to program, and everybody is invited to learn along with me. It'll be interesting. So yeah, actually, if anybody wants to spread the word, this is an awesome and ideal time to do so, because this is the first episode. So people will learn from the very beginnings. All right. Let's see. So console.log.
Yeah, Bob, we're gonna make a pretty much daily screen.
Yeah, it's gonna be mostly daily. There's gonna be some days where I won't be home, like for like a birthday or something of someone's, and then I won't be able to stream. But otherwise, I'm going to be trying to do this every single day for at least an hour. Um, so, but not for too much more than an hour, because I want them to be semi-digestible. Um, Stuff. Right, sorry. Okay, so basically this console.log thing is actually the C# print command, which Calvin has already showed us how to do. So we're going to still do this to get through the lesson. It'll also help me know JavaScript if I ever want to use that instead. So console.log. Click the following two console.log statements at the same time. Type one on line 1 and the other on line 2, then press save and submit code. So console.log parentheses 2 times 5, and then end parentheses, enter console.log quotation marks hello. So here they are. I see what they're doing. They're having me do a string, and they're having me do some maths, the number stuff. Submit. Pen hello. That's such useful information. Okay. Ooh, look, things are getting kind of excitingly different here. Comparisons. So far we've learned about 3 data types. Booleans, which always print out as either true or false. That's what it tries to find. And numbers, which are just numbers. And then strings, which are basically anything in quotation marks. Now let's learn more about comparison operators. List of comparison operators. Greater than, less than or equal to, greater than or equal to, which is 3 equal signs? Is that the same for C sharp?
Wait, what, hold on, sorry. I turned on water over here. What's going on?
Guys, yeah, once I get a little further into this, you guys in chat, you can coach me a little more. But for the moment, Calvin is sort of. Is that actually equal to? Because I remember you saying
No,
something a while ago that
equal
it's
to is
different.
double equals, and
C sharp is just double equal.
not equal is just not equal.
So it's an exclamation mark and an equal sign, and then equal is just 2 equals.
So that's that. These are if we're doing comparison and Boolean stuff. But it's not. There's different stuff for different things. So just keep heading
Just
into
follow this. I just want to make sure that when I'm doing this, anything that's a new command, that I know what's C sharp and what's Java. Because otherwise, later on, if I have the basics down wrong, it's going to just be frustrating.
We'll correct them.
All right. Choose the correct comparison operator to make each of the 4 statements print out as true. All right. Here's an example of using greater than. My God, the cat hair is still in my nose. The things I put up with for purry cuddles. Example of using the greater than operator. Console log 15 is greater than 4. Evaluates as true, so therefore true is printed. Fill in these 3 following the printout is true. Sao Hui length is less than 100. Goody Donaldson length is greater than 8. And 8 times 2 equals, which is 3 here, but it would be 2 in C sharp. See, this is good. Okay, did I do it? True, 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 true. Way to go. Woo, start next lesson. You got it, guys. We're learning the script, the things. All right. So far, like, just out of curiosity, I've got to ask chat this. How many of you already know how to program and you're just watching this because you find it hilarious that I'm trying to learn? And is there anybody here who's actually trying to learn alongside me as I'm doing this? Obviously, it's not like I don't care either way I'm going to be doing this, but I'm just curious. All right, back to this. I'll keep my eyes on the chats to hear what you guys have to say. Let's see how we can use comparisons to ask yes or no questions. We want to write a program that asks whether your name is longer than 7 letters. If the answer is yes, we can respond with, you have a long name. We can do this with an if statement. All right, I'm doing if statements. Woo! Awesome. Okay, cool. Thanks for, yeah, I'm really super happy to have any help. So you definitely feel free to just pop in with any information you guys have. It looks like I'm basically programming in front of a whole bunch of talented people, though. Okay, I can do this. All right.
No pressure.
No pressure. Yeah. No public shame. I can do this. It's actually totally fine. I'm just teasing. I'm prepared for being absolutely clueless in front of the audience. Just you guys. You're awesome for coming. I appreciate just you being here. It's motivating. It is. It's actually really motivating just to have people here watching me as I'm learning. And the idea that this might encourage other people to learn to program is really good too.
Hey, go back to work.
I am. I'm reading. I'm sorry. Here, I'll read aloud. An if statement is made up of the if keyword, a condition, like we've seen before, and a pair of curly braces. Oh, are they not called brackets?
They're called curly braces.
Curly braces.
Brackets are different.
Oh.
It's fine. Everything's fine. Move forward.
The answer to the condition is yes. The code inside the curly braces will run. Okay. Yep, I totally get this. So check out the if statement in the editor. On line 1, add a condition inside the parentheses. If the answer to the condition is yes, the code inside the curly braces will run. So on line 2, use console.log to print out a string. So add a condition to the if. So if cats, oops, I need cats dot length is greater than 5 inside the curly braces. The answer to the condition, yes. Wait, need to make that through. The code inside the curly braces will run. So on line 2, use console.log to print out a string. OMG, yay, cats. That should do it. It doesn't need those spaces. I'm a chronic spacer. I press space way more than I need to, and that's something I'm gonna have to work on with all this. So let's see if this works. Oh my god, yay cats! It worked! I did it, guys! Yay! Is this how if statements work in C#? So if I were to copy and paste this in its entirety into C#, it would work.
Well, you'd have to change it a little bit. The
What would I?
console log, the length. Hey, you got it.
Right, I would have to capitalize length, and instead of this, I would say print.
Sure.
Right?
That would totally work.
And that would work. Let's
But-
test it.
So we're not gonna do. We're
No.
gonna do something even
Oh.
cooler.
Calvin's gonna take over and
So-
teach me things.
So go back to Unity.
I'm in Unity. I'm so ready.
All right.
What am I doing?
We're gonna go back into that whatever you want script.
Whatever you want. Boo-boo.
All right.
I'm here.
So what we're gonna have you do
More kittens everywhere.
is you're going to this time look at me, not the chat. You're gonna,
What am I doing?
we're gonna take that sphere, and instead of just printing out false or true there, we're gonna over time move that sphere up into the air, and when it gets to above 10, it's gonna stop.
Okay. So there's gonna be an if statement in there for the if over 10 stopped. kind
If
of thing.
less than 10. So here's watch. Okay, so start.
Okay.
So to do this, we're gonna do it inside of update,
Oh, we're using update, guys. This
right?
is
Because
so
we want this to
advanced.
run over and over and over again every frame.
I
right?
see. So it's checking everything out, going move up this much if oh wait, that's not how you write it. It would be if under 10 transform object position y is less than 10, move up y
We're gonna have
something.
to learn a lot of things because C# is like the OCD of programming.
That's
compared
good though.
to JavaScript.
That's good. We
So
need
we're gonna have to
harsh,
learn a bunch of things.
harsh lessons here.
So, I
So
think-
teach me.
So start
So-
your if statement the way you think it should be.
All right, so if I've learned things properly, it should be if, oh, there's 3 different ones. If, keyword, if expression, statement, else statement. If, that doesn't even tell me anything.
You don't want the hash if. Doesn't matter.
So maybe I need
Just
I,
keep
is it
type.
capital?
Nope, you're good. You're good. You were all good.
No, I was freaking out over that. It's definitely lowercase.
There you go. You just keep going. Keep going the way you think it should be. You're doing right. Don't look at your chat. Look at your code.
Hold on, I'm working on it. Hold on. All right, so if, and then I want to actually basically call this exact thing, right? I can copy this. Do I need to have parentheses?
Mhm.
Right? Okay. If game object transforms position is less than 10,
Mhm.
is it all within the same parentheses that I have the entire command?
This is the so
Or is there
Inside-
an action that
so-
happens outside of
inside of those
parentheses?
parentheses is the Boolean that you're checking. Right?
Right.
So you're going to be checking this Boolean that you just wrote.
So I want to end this.
Right.
And then, since this is an F then. I know, I've heard about these. I sort
Okay.
of know what this is.
Yep.
Okay, I get
So
where we're
then-
going.
Then you want to go to the you can either go
Do
to
I
the
hit
next space.
Enter?
Because remember, C# doesn't care. C# and JavaScript don't care about. They don't care about lines. They don't care about spaces.
They just care about those.
Right. So now what you're gonna do?
The semicolon.
Right. So now you're writing out this if statement. No, what you want to do is use curly braces.
Curly.
Yep.
But there's already.
Yes. So.
Wait, so I can do curly braces inside of curly braces. Oh my god, this is gonna get so confusing. Oh. Oh, if you have spaces between quotation marks, it matters, says Jim Stalby.
Because that's a string. But.
Oh, okay, so right, that makes sense.
Of course.
Okay, yes. Spaces generally don't matter.
In the code, it doesn't matter. String it matters.
Okay.
Keep going. Make a new line.
I thought that's what I just did. Oh, I have to hit enter now?
Yep. Okay, so now.
Oh, Hum! Oh! Stop it! Oh!
You got something.
No, not enough. Go. Never go. Oh, gross.
Bugs.
Pee? Disgusting.
Sorry, guys.
He's probably gonna do twice. 2 times kitty.
I got this.
Yay, cats. Hairballs. Or actually, Hobbs has brain problems, and sometimes he's like, wow, look at all this food I have, and then he eats too much food, and then his stomach is like, what have you done? And then he goes, blah, and it's, anyhow. All right, so now, I don't even know what I was doing.
You got
the cat's fine.
First curly braces.
Did you wrap him in paper towel?
I just put some on, so wherever he goes, I'll have some ready.
That's convenient.
So
okay, so I have a new line.
Right, so look, this brackets is up here, this bracket's down there. You need to put another one here. It auto-formatted it for you.
Wait.
Okay, so now you've got one for your ifs. So
okay,
if you put the mouse on them, you go like this.
That's where it's connected.
And you put the one here, it sees that.
What's this one for?
This one is for this.
Oh, it's for the entire thing. Okay, so explain to me just really quick because I don't know what's going on. These brackets, these curly bracket braces things,
yes.
They are fundamentally, they are like a backbone of the entire
they wrap
program.
Stuff.
So it's basically it's saying this is where I start and this is where I end.
Yeah.
And inside of that, you can have a bunch of other things starting and ending.
Right. These ones here are for the function start and end, and these are for this if statement start and end. So if what's in here is true, things inside of those will happen. Right? When this update is called, things inside of these brackets will happen. Okay, so that okay, I get it. Yep. Awesome. So now, I'm making a new bracket so that I can do the then statement? Or what am I doing inside of this? Like, there's no thens. It's
what's
just
the next function?
It will do. Okay, so now we're going to do some new stuff that's a pain in the butt because of C#. So,
yay, C#.
What you can't do is you cannot directly assign a value to that y. It doesn't like that. It doesn't want that to ever happen.
So you need to find out what the value of y is.
So what it does is So what you have to do is you have to assign this position is a thing called a vector, the vector 3.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you can enter in information inside of a vector 3, but you can't get through that vector 3 to the y. Right. So if you just type in, this is the trick is that you go straight to the trick.
Oh.
You can't do position dot y equals 10. So you can't write this. Unity will have a fit.
Basically, okay.
There's stuff on your keyboard.
Of course, this tells us I'm organized. That's how I organize.
This is a terrible idea.
No.
That goes down. You can't type the buttons.
Cards.
I know, I'm sorry. So you can't do this because Unity will flip out. It doesn't like your watch. Let's save it. Back to Unity. It's like, cannot modify a value type, return value of position. Consider storing the value in a temporary variable. That's what we're going to do.
It gives you advice, right, in Unity.
It totally does. So what you're going to do is first, we're going to make a vector. So start typing in vector 3. Look, oh, there they are.
Okay, so what are these different types?
This is for a 2D vector, 3D vector, and a 4-dimensional vector.
What?
So yeah, don't worry about that.
When would you put a 4-dimensional vector in?
For things.
For things. Okay,
so
good enough.
Too
advanced for me.
Okay, so you're going to you've created a new variable called vector 3. We're going to give it a name.
How do you name things?
You type it in. So vector
With
3, you're making a new vector 3, type in a name.
I don't have to have any other signs in front of this.
Nope,
Just
space and then name. So
so it's kind of like void start,
kind of, yes.
void update, vector 3.
Bob, it can be Charlie,
Well,
it
what
can
is
be
the
B.
point of this vector that I'm making? Like,
Hey, Rockley, smile.
oh my gosh!
Come on.
Whoa, holy cow!
Oh my God, it's
What?
a rock slide.
Oh! Oh no! Guys, I'm not going to be nearly as amazing as Rockley. I'm literally sitting here trying to learn how to program. And I'm not playing any music because Twitch scares me with music now.
Okay.
So it's not even fun to listen to. But hello and welcome. Really quick, I will explain what is happening because otherwise you won't know what is going on. This is going to be crazy, guys. It's exciting though. Oh, yeah, that is so awesome. Thank you so much for the raid, everybody. I am basically learning how to program. I'm using different free tools. I'm using this here, which is Code Academy, which is like an online guided tutorial program thing. It's completely free. You just create an account and you can go for it. And then I'm also using Unity, which comes alongside with like MonoDevelop, and those are also both totally free. I want to learn C# because that's what Robot Loves Kitty uses, which is basically, like Calvin. This is what he knows. And so he's going to help me transfer from all of these things that I'm learning with Code Academy, because I'm using JavaScript, because it doesn't actually offer C#. But C# is what we use. That's what I want to learn. So it's actually really interesting to see the little variations in how everything works. So I'm actually more learning the way code works as opposed to just the language itself. So it's kind of neat. And this is my first time like really delving into programming. So my idea was I'll stream it. People can learn alongside me if they want. I'll archive all the videos so people can catch up and post them to YouTube or something. So it's a way to approachably kind of learn JavaScript and C#. Should be interesting. Oh, thanks, Kurgan. Oh my gosh. Hello, all of you, like hundreds of lovely people. Thank you so much for coming by. I will be trying to do this daily. So if you do want to actually keep up with this, you can give us a follow. We also are going to probably be streaming like other video game stuff since we make video games. Mostly it's going to be actual programming and art and stuff like that. But we do occasionally do videos of other video games too. So follow us. It'd be cool if you did. Look, I'm doing my job as a PR person, Calvin.
I know, you're amazing.
All right, anyhow. Calvin is in the middle of trying to show me vector 3 stuff in C#. Basically, we're trying to make a sphere go up till it reaches the 10, as far as height is considered, like the Y reaches the 10 value, and then stop.
It.
So we're using an if statement for that. So
you totally know what we're doing.
Yeah, I have to explain it to all these internet people. Makes it really stick in my brain because I've got to be smart.
All right, so you were naming the vector 3.
Yes. All right. I've got the if statement, which is saying the game object, which is the sphere, and then I'm finding out it's. Oops. Whoa. Okay. The transform position Y is basically saying where it is on that Y scale.
Mm-hmm.
And then this is a Boolean, which is basically true or false. And it's just saying basically if it's less than 10, then whatever happens with this vector thing happens. So what am I doing now?
You're naming the vector 3.
Vector 3, what is the purpose of this vector 3? I don't really understand what it does.
It's going to temporarily store a bunch of stuff. Go for it.
Okay.
So just name it.
Okay.
Don't worry about that.
Potato.
Right. So you made a vector 3 called potato.
All right.
Put another space in there. And it equals, because you're going to give it the value.
So just one equal sign or two?
Just one.
Okay.
Because you're just assigning it a value.
Okay.
And you're going to assign it the value of the sphere's transform position.
So I want to say equals transform position Y?
Nope, just transform position. because you're getting that position is a vector 3.
All right, so equals transform position.
Yep, and semicolon to end the statement.
Okay, what is all this down here? This is, you were typing.
I was showing you how things can't be. So
okay,
delete
this is
that.
bad.
Yes.
Ignore this element. It doesn't exist.
So now what you have is you have potato, and now you can use potato.
All right,
so you can do stuff to potato, because you can't get at the y inside of position, right? Because it won't let you. It's hidden. You can get the position, but you can't get position y and change its value.
You can't force its value to change.
Lots of things inside of C# are designed to protect your code as you're building it. So that you only give out a certain amount of your code to other parts of the program. Read the chat.
But they love in Legend of Dungeon. Oh, you guys do.
Okay, so
all right.
what we're gonna do is we're gonna increment potato's value.
Okay.
Right.
All right.
We're gonna make potato's y. So start with potato.
And a new line.
Yeah, you're on.
Do I need new brackets because of the thing?
No, you're inside. You won't want this all to happen inside of that if statement. Right?
Okay.
So if this is true, we're gonna do all these things.
So this if statement here, this is kind of starting whatever's happening in this bracket behind it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Just making sure that I understand the location.
You totally got it.
Okay.
So on the next line. Next line.
All right, so new line.
Right. So start typing potato, because we're going to make changes to potato.
Oh, look, it remembers that I have a potato.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Okay.
All right.
Potato, and we're going to change the y, so dot y.
Dot y.
Right.
Which it also knows. I don't need to actually confirm this. It's just then now what?
So now what we're going to do is we're going to add to this. We're going to use a thing that you haven't been taught yet, which is plus equal.
What?
So you can increment. So what you could do, I'm just going to type a bunch of stuff here. You could do
potato equals potato dot y
plus a number. So let's say
plus 1.
Right? And
what would that do?
So this is going to run. Remember, this is going to run every update.
So every time it updates, it's going to
come
say
here. Is it less than 10?
The position of the sphere that we're trying to move is going to equal for this next loop plus 1 from where it was before.
Right. Which is far too much to move.
Which is huge chunk. Right. But you could be like plus 0.001.
Yeah. We're probably going to do that.
Okay.
So so this is the thing is that you can make this much quicker, and maybe this is a bad idea to teach you. Do plus equals.
Potato y plus 1.
Right.
What does that mean?
That's the same thing as that other statement.
Okay.
You see?
I see what you're saying. You're saying
plus equals.
The potato y is equal to an addition of 1 this time.
Yes.
Okay.
Exactly.
All right.
But make that like
bad grammar programming.
There's two things that we can do here. I can teach you a new thing and overflood your brain, or we can just do 0.01. Let's do
just give this easy slow.
0
equals 0.001.
And now another trick here is you're going to want to put an F.
Here?
Yeah.
What does F do?
You're telling it that this is a float. So that y value inside of here, that is a float. It's a type of number. There are integers, and there are doubles, and there are floats, and there's a bunch of other stuff.
Integers, doubles, okay.
So all that you need to know, is that positions data are floats.
Positional data are floats.
Mm-hmm.
So it's floating in 3.
Well, no. It means it has a floating decimal point. It's complicated stuff. You're totally gonna. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
It's a type of number.
The type of number, and that's the kind of number that this is. All right. So
there's
do I
more
save
information
this
there.
and test
There's
it
so
now?
much. No.
No, it's not ready.
What happens is now you're just changing potato.
What's wrong with changing the vector, which is the position? Because it doesn't actually move the object. Is that why? Okay.
So now all you need to do is assign the position to be potato.
All right. So then how do I do that? I need a new line. I don't need new curly braces.
Correct.
Okay.
You're still inside this if statement.
Inside this if statement. So here, what I want to do is I want to say, what do I want to say? I want to say potato. Oh, no, typos.
This way you need the cards out.
I know, but I need those cards. I need to remember to send them. Potato. equals. Don't need a space. Game object? What do I do? I don't know what's happening.
So there's directional stuff.
Okay.
So there's this like in order, right? So you're always going left to right. Okay. So when we assigned potato a value, we said potato equals this over here. Now we want to go the other direction, right? We want to assign the transform position to potato.
All right.
So
So we don't want to do potato equals. We want to do transform position. Wait, no, but we already have here potato equals transform position.
right, that's assigning the value of transform position to potato. We're moving a value.
Okay, so
but it's not. Yeah, you got it.
if I just hit
Basically.
space position, okay, because it auto completes stuff. It's pretty cool.
And then equals.
Equals potato.
Right. Get rid of that other equal. And semicolon. At the end of our line.
It's over.
That's it.
Now I save this and run it and see if it's broken. So save, and then we go back to Unity. We're learning, guys. We're learning the things.
It'll spin up a little thing. I don't know if you noticed, but it has when it compiles, it spins a thing over here, and that's done. So
That's
no errors.
It's a very small amount of code that I put in, so it's like, oh, here you go.
Yep.
Don't even need to animate a thing. So if I hit the play button, it'll actually loop the code and make it run.
Because your sphere, if you click on your sphere, it's got that component,
whatever you
want, which has your stuff in it.
Right. Okay.
Go for it.
So I hit play. Oh, look, it's moving! It's moving, guys! Oh,
it's gonna take forever.
It's moving very, very slowly.
So
it's moving.
So we made it too slow. So press stop.
Oh, but I was gonna write it a song.
I know.
I was gonna sing a song.
Go back into
this and make it point.
Yeah, just get rid of one of those zeros there.
Oh,
so,
one.
Yeah, save that out.
F save. Oh, thanks for stopping by, DropWeb. Super awesome of you. Come back next time and tell me all the things. All right, so did I save that? I can't remember. I did. It knows that I saved it. So now I go back to Unity. And
that is.
Firewalls. Mono develop.
Yeah, sure. It needs to access
the internet. Because, mono develop needs the internet.
Right.
So now if I hit this, should go faster. Woo, there it goes. Okay. Now I want to do a thing. Okay.
What do you want to do?
I want to add in another sphere, give it the same code, but make it go at a different speed simultaneously. Is that something that should be simple to do?
That is simple to do.
Is there a way to copy this exact object?
Yes.
How do I do that?
We're going to do some other stuff too. If you want to do that, first of all, we haven't checked to see if your code works yet.
I thought we just did.
Yeah, but did it stop?
Oh, did we put in a stop?
You did. That's what the whole thing was.
Oh, hold on. Let me look at this again so I can understand what I'm doing. Game object transform position y greater than 10. So if this is the case, if it's less than 10, I mean.
Yeah. So first off, change this to like 0.1 instead. Make it
fast.
Yeah.
Okay.
Save that.
All right. So basically what I'm saying here is if it's less than 10, run this.
But if it's more
than 10. Once
it's
less than 10, it won't tell me to do anything.
Right.
Okay. All right. I'm just trying to make sure I actually understand.
You totally got it. Hit play.
Because it's auto up. Whoa! Wait.
9, 10.
10 and it stopped. But I can't see it. How do I zoom out?
Oh, so you go to your scene. This is a camera view. If you zoom out here, if you click on that, click there. Now scroll out.
Oh, I just scroll out.
There it
is. Oh, there it is. It's up there. If I stop it, it reverts. And then if I go, bam. Oh, it goes automatically to game view.
Yep.
Oh, that makes sense. Okay.
Yep. Okay. So
now, if I wanted to see that better, I would actually want to take the camera and move the camera, right?
So let's do the thing you wanted to do.
There's a copy. Do I just do that?
You could do duplicate.
Duplicate. What's the difference between duplicate and copy?
One is just like a copy paste kind of thing. The other one is duplicate. It does the copy and paste.
Okay.
Fancy.
Right. And then if I wanted to rename this, I go up here, right?
Yep.
Here 2.
Hit enter.
Enter?
Yep. So it'll save it. There you go.
Oh, okay. So that confirms. So when you're changing that, you hit enter to confirm.
Also move this one over so they're not overlapping.
Yeah. The X.
Go.
There. So now they're the same Y,
Right.
but one, and then if I go to sphere 2, it has the same script.
Yes. And now we're going to do something cool. Go back into whatever you want.
Okay.
Now, up at the top here,
Mm-hmm.
way above start, we're going to do a thing. Start typing in, we're going to make something that's public so that Unity knows that it's there.
Okay.
All right, so start typing in public.
Sorry. I needed coffee. Public.
See how it knows what public is?
Public keyword is an access modifier for types and type members. Public access is the most permissive access level. There are no restrictions. Okay. So
Right?
public.
Public space. And now you're going to make a float. So you're making a public
Do I actually
float
need to type float, or because
Yep,
F
start typing.
marked a float earlier, so
Yep.
that's what I'm asking.
But we're describing as a new variable.
Okay, float.
Yep, there it is.
Okay.
And call it like speed.
Speed.
And then put a semicolon. Save
Now save this. Okay.
and go back to Unity.
What did I just do? I don't even know. All right. Hit play.
No, don't do play.
No?
Just look at your whatever you want script. The script on the phone.
Speed. Oh, it has a speed spot. Oh. Okay, I understand. So now I go to sphere 1. It has its own individual speed. And sphere 2 will have its own individual speed.
Right.
That I can set. But is it based off of whatever that speed is that I set in the code?
Go back to the code.
Or
Go back to the code.
Guys, we're learning. This is really cool, actually. All right. Oops, wrong thing. What am I doing? Here you go.
So now what you want to do, if you think about this, so what is moving the object?
This code here.
Right. So instead of that 0.1, you want to get rid of that.
What do I want to do here? Instead, I want to put speed. Because that's the name of that. But does the F still work?
You don't need this. That's for the number itself.
All right. So theta y is greater than or equal than speed. Look. So I'm just really curious, everybody watching. Does this make sense, what we're doing? Like, are you? I mean, some of you came in at different times, so I'm not sure how easy this is to pick up or everything. But if you already kind of understand programming, is he teaching me retarded things, or are we doing good? All right, so I'm going back into Unity. Just so everybody knows, I literally started from scratch today. So if this doesn't make sense and you actually really do want to learn, you can start over again once this video is saved out. I'm going to post it on our YouTube channel, and we'll archive it on Twitch as well. So far it's been really simple, which is kind of exciting. Sorry for stopping and talking to the chat, guys. I'll try to ignore you more. All right, so now I have 2 spheres. Each of them are set to speed 0.
Right.
So if I set one to speed 1,
Uh-huh.
which is sphere 2, and the original sphere to 2, might be really
You're gonna go
fast.
crazy fast. Put it to like
Make this one slower, 0.1, and it's fine. And this one will be 0.5. What is the speed relative to?
The amount of frames per second that Unity is updating.
And since there's like nothing here,
Yeah, it's gonna go super fast.
Okay, so then this might be an advanced question, but my logic brain tells me, then doesn't that totally screw up any kind of calculation you might want to make as your program gets more complicated?
Yeah. There's
So
ways to fix that.
there's, okay.
Yeah.
We're gonna learn those later.
Yeah.
Oh, Broccoli, I'm so glad that you're here and like watching your things. We're shaking our own version of Cliff Horse. Awesome. Okay, so I've done that. So now I just hit play to test it. I want to be able to actually see them go all the way up to the top, though. So where do I move my camera so that I can do that?
So what you want to do is, first of all, let's find out where 10 is. So get onto that first sphere.
And type 10 in here.
Or that'll work too, yeah. Type 10. Yep,
sorry.
Yep, no, that'll work. That's all the way up there. So now click on your camera. Now this is what the camera can see. Now just adjust its Y till it can see both of them. There you go.
barely fits.
Now put that other one back down
Now,
to
if I
0.
wanted to move it back
Yeah.
a little, that would widen the.
Yep.
Okay.
So click back on your other sphere. Put it back down
Back
the bottom.
back to the starting point of 0.
Right,
So we are going to learn like all of the ways that Unity works, and then we're going to pop back to the Code Academy every once in a while to kind of see where the next lesson is, and it'll kind of overlap itself here and there, and overlapping a little bit is going to be good. This will be interesting. We're learning C# using a Java tutorial and Calvin.
Yep.
We got this, guys. All right, here we go. Oh, let's see if this works. Whoa! Yeah, they went up at totally different speeds.
Good job.
That's awesome. Okay, awesome. I'm making a game.
I don't know if you're making a game.
It's called dot betting. You're gonna bet on the dots. No, I don't know what I'm doing. Ah, yes, I totally agree, Megafur. Learning is awesome.
I think this has been a good. I think you got a lot of progress. Are you done? Are you ready to be finished for today?
Oh yeah. Oh geez, it's already been like an hour and a half. Yeah, I want this first episode to be semi-digestible, so I should probably cut it off here.
Yeah, you did good.
What? But you wanted to actually, maybe this is a good time to switch over to, because we've been really super focusing on our new game Upsilon Circuit, because we were bringing it to PAX. And we have these updates we want to do for Legend of Dungeon. Are you prepared, Calvin?
Oh, no.
No? You're not ready?
Nope. We've got a bunch of stuff to do.
Yeah, he's trying to switch over back into Legend of Dungeon mode because we want to get the updates ready. Gotta have those out and done. Oh my gosh, there's literally like 100 people watching me. I'm so compelled to continue going. Actually, Calvin, once I save these out, can we break them up into two pieces?
Yeah, if you want to keep going.